Gotta gel these fuckers. At least I got a new freshie inside, huh? I'm okay. I'm fine. Hi everybody, we have 3 punchy lamps and today we're going to compare them to each other. Let's start with the oldest one first. Right here I have the Arri T12. This is a 12,000 watt incandescent tungsten lamp. With incandescent though, the only downfall I would have to say is you got to bring the heavy boys, you got to bring the big heavy cables. Your electricians probably hate you, even if they get a free workout. What we got here though is the next step in the evolution of film lighting. This is the HMI and this is the M40 from Arri. This produces a lot of lumens with very little electricity. In saying that, I should say this works off a 32 amp. Not always available. However, definitely a big staple in the film lights. And today, well, what I have here in front of me might be the next step in the evolution. Finally, LEDs are starting to catch up with these other two. This is the XT26 from Aputure. It's a bicolor lamp, which is excellent. And I must also mention, to power this, at least if you have 220 volts, all you need is a standard house cable. Let's compare them. All right, guys, so what we have here is the tungsten source. It's hitting us directly and it's in the background. And we're just gonna check out the shadows here just to see what kind of quality light we have. Because the shadows, they play a lot into how the eye adapts to the image and the light quality, etc. That's how we believe in what we see when it's on the image. So what we have here is this, what you're looking for is like a sharper edge, especially as you get closer. As you get further, obviously it's unsharp. All right, and here we have the HMI on full flood. And what we can already see here is that we have a lot more intensity. Anyways, let's get into the shadows. So what we are gonna really notice here is that we have multiple shadow sources coming off from this. See how they're not so sharp? It's kind of fringing on the edges. It's not so practical. It doesn't look so real because the sun doesn't do that. For me, with HMIs, especially the M series, I like to use them indirectly and bounce them into butterflies with ultra bounces or other white surfaces or reflectors, mirrors, etc. Because then you get that output and then that source itself, the reflector, is cleaning up the shadows and turn them into something else besides this multiple light sources coming in. What you have here is the light source hitting the object in my hand, and then in additional, the parabolic dish inside is also casting a shadow. So you get multiple shadows. Okay, so now we put the M40 at full spot and let's check the shadows. And actually what you'll see is a lot more differences inside the shadows here. You'll see that we have multiple directions of shadows coming in, so it doesn't look so practical like the tungsten lamp did. Okay, so now we have the XT26 and it's going direct, full spot at 5,600 Kelvin. And we can see the shadows, yeah, they're definitely better than the M40, but what we have here is still not such sharp edges here. But how about we jump over to full spot with my phone, which is pretty handy. I'm gonna just change the degree to full or more flooded here. See the shadow quality is gonna get a little bit better. A little more sharp here. Not so much fringing on the edges as before. And then of course, we also lose a little bit of luminosity. Let's check it out with tungsten real quick. Here's tungsten, there we go. So obviously what's gonna happen when you go with tungsten is you're gonna lose a little, well, quite a bit of luminosity I can already see here. So here we have the narrow adapter on the XT26 and here are the shadows. One thing I did see when I saw the narrow adapter by the Fresno on full spot was that the shadow quality was nearly the same. what's really crazy about this lamp is this ability to plug it into nearly any wall, at least in places where you have 220 volts. America, I'm sorry, you guys have 110, so I guess you don't have that ability. But being able to plug this lamp anywhere across Europe, basically, it's just crazy. If you think about the Fresnel that I showed earlier with the 63 amp cable, I mean, you just see that it makes the best shadow quality. And it's lovely, it makes a warm light, but the opportunity is just not always there. Being able to dim the light down at your liking with the touch of your finger here, change the color temperature, to be able to spot the light. I mean, there are still some things I like about the tungstens and the HMIs. However, I think now and in the future, the near future, we're going to start seeing more and more lamps built like this and being able to even outshine the other ones. Alrighty, everybody, I hope that this video was helpful and maybe you got some insight from it. Big shout out to Dangle for allowing me to check out their XT26. They also have the motor and the Fresnel and all the accessories you need. So if you want to check out the lamp or rent it, I recommend you go to Dangle. And yeah, so if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or I don't know, just post it on my wall and I'm sure I'll respond to you. Take care.